Taken 10 years to get to this stage here. This is a production model. It's not a concept any longer, but it did take 10 years to get to this stage, what you see now. Very rare vehicle indeed. They're only making 500 worldwide. 150 of those are going to come to the United States. So it's really a sight to behold, a rare sight, to get your photos in. So the LFA stands for Lexus Fuji Apex. That's its name. And Fuji Raceway in Japan is what they base the engineering and design on. They did a lot of their testing on that track, and it's known for its 2G turns. And they've engineered this vehicle to be able to take those 2G turns with ease. It's an extremely light vehicle. It's made of 65% carbon fiber. Some of those elements include the rear wing, which I'll deploy in a moment for you to see, the whole roof all the way into the hood here, which I'm going to pop up and you'll be able to see. Inside, the cocoon in which the pilot sits is all made out of carbon fiber. Notice those elements in the door jamb there, in the door here, and even the steering wheel is all made out of that fabulously light and strong carbon fiber. Open it up for you to see on this side. So under the hood, when you're talking about a vehicle of this weight, it's only 3,200 pounds. When you combine it with an engine, with the output that this has, you're really looking at some special numbers in terms of performance. It is a V10 engine, it's 4.8 litre, and what's so unique about this motor is its weight and size. The engineers at Lexus were able to manufacture it to the size and weight of a V6, so it's incredibly small, and it's exceptional how they've been able to produce as much horsepower as this can kick out. It has 552 horsepower, and that's for a naturally aspirated motor. Notice the physical size. For a supercar, for an engine block to be that size is really unusual. Notice also how low it sits. Compare it to the front edge of the wheel here. It barely sits 2 or 3 inches above that height. So they've been able to drive the center of gravity as low as possible. They also housed it within the wheelbase. So that center of gravity is really implanted on the driver's chest for a very intense feel and driving experience. Top speed is 202 miles an hour, and that's governed. For legal purposes in the United States, they had to restrict it to 202. 552 horsepower and 0 to 60 in a mere 3.6 seconds. You'll be doing over 100 miles an hour, well over 100 miles an hour in about 5 seconds. Extremely rapid indeed. It redlines at 9,000 RPM, and it will get to that red line in 0.6 of a second. It's really quite phenomenal. So you hit the gas, you blink, and you'll be redlining. If you divert your eyes back to the rear here, a little treat for you. At about 50 miles an hour, the rear wing is going to deploy automatically, and that's going to climb higher and higher till it gets to the top there, and that's going to apply the appropriate amount of downforce to the rear driving wheels to keep you firmly placed on the ground. That produces about 800 pounds of downforce on the rear wheels, so you don't take off like an airplane. The engine was also tuned by Yamaha. It has a very unique sound. If you know Yamaha instruments, they make pianos and the like. And the rear exhausts have been tuned by Yamaha to produce a very unique sound indeed. You notice that upside down pyramid formation, and it sounds very much like a race bike. They're high octave notes and low octave notes. So you have your private orchestra in the back there. And if you notice these two rear grills, you may be wondering what they conceal. They conceal the radiators. Normally you find the radiators in the front with the engine. But to achieve that perfect balance, they're looking for a 52-48 weight distribution, and they were able to achieve that by housing the radiators in the back 2 corners here, and that's what those grills conceal back there. Every aspect of the LFA has been specifically designed. Everything's deliberate. It's not there by chance or for just aesthetics, but to reduce the coefficient of drag and to improve that aerodynamics. If you notice as it turns, even the side mirrors have been specifically designed to force air down this channel you find in the top of the door into these rear vents to cool the radiators at the back. Notice the fins on the inside edge of the side mirrors there. That's what that's for, to throw air back there. So every vent, every little curve you see on this vehicle is there for a specific purpose indeed. once again, guys, if you're wondering how much the LFA is going to set you back, she goes for a mere $375,000. As I've been telling everyone all week, I do accept cash. So we'll start the line over here. But again, a very rare vehicle. They're only making 500, and 150 of those come to the United States. This is one of about 18 so far in the United States. They started production in January, and they're releasing about 20 a month. So it's quite a sight to behold. Enjoy the rest of the show, guys. Be sure to check out the CT200H across the way there. And that's our most fuel-efficient, most affordable vehicle that we now offer. If you can't quite afford the LFA, we do have alternatives for you. But we can go supercar, and we can go eco-friendly.
Słoneczny, tak.